everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be having a little chat. We're going to talk about a few updates that are going to be happening and what I plan to sew for the next couple of months, so you can have an idea of the videos that you're going to be seeing from me. So I took a little bit of a break and now I'm back and I'm ready to get some sewing done. I have not actually sewn anything since Christmas. Yep, that's right. The ski suit was the last thing that I sewed. Been doing loads of things in the house. I've been traveling. All sorts of stuff have been happening. Now we're back home. I am ready to sew. Things first, I have decided we are updating this studio. I've been working in this space for about 5 years since I moved into this house, and it's been a dream. I tend to buy a lot of things, especially fabric, and I think it's got a little bit out of hand. So it has prompted me to start decluttering, but also looking at the space that I work in and really trying to make it into a place that inspires me, but also is efficient and lots of productivity happening. Right now, that is not it. So we are updating this space. There's going to be a lot of things moving around. We're switching the layout. We're going to be building a new home for all of this fabric, many things. But the first thing that I've done, which I've just done recently, is update my sewing machine. I got my very first industrial sewing machine. I know, I've put on my big pants and now we're on industrials. A Juki 1181N, which is a walking foot straight stitch machine. It's heavy duty, so it's made for leather, canvas, thick denims, all the thick stuff and things that you need a little bit more power for. That is what that machine is for. And I needed that because I make shoes and I make bags, and every time I've made a shoe or a bag and I've had to start sewing the leather, I've always come across problems with the machine that I had. So I didn't want to have that anymore, so we decided to just bite the bullet and get ourselves one. And the other sewing machine that I got was a new domestic machine. It is a Janome Memory Craft 6700P, and this one is also a little bit of a beast. It is a completely metal machine, which is different to all the other machines I have. Even the computerized ones are mostly like plastic on the outside with metal on the inside. This one is metal on the outside. It is a sturdy boy. So I'm very excited to be using that. And I will be using that in place of my Pfaff Creative Icon 1, which is no longer in commission. It is a very touchy subject with me, which I talk about in my next video when I'm buying these machines. But long story short, it got damaged beyond repair and I can't use it anymore. It's upsetting because it cost a lot of money and I only had it for 5 years, but we're just trying to be positive about things. I've got a brand new machine, which I absolutely love, and it didn't cost me £10,000, okay? So I'm very happy with what we have now, and all of my projects that you're going to see in the future will be from this Janome and from my Juki. So I'm very excited for all the things that are coming. I've also got a trip to Italy coming. It's going to be a road trip, so we're going to be driving and we're going to be there for a couple of weeks, which will call for some very Italian-esque outfits. And yes, I cannot wait to go and eat all the food and drink all the wine. And while we're there, because we'll be with the car, find some fabric. I'm sure there's going to be a few fabric shops along the way. So what do I plan on making this next couple of months? Quite a few things, actually. I've got a list of maybe about 10 things that I really want to try and get done in the next 2 months. And then I also have like a longer list of things that I want to kind of get done before the end of the summer. So let me go through at least most of them with you. Not in any particular order, but first up is I'm going to be using this fabric to make a bomber jacket. If you watched my Seoul fabric shopping video, you'll see this is when I picked it up. I picked this up in Seoul, and I bought this because I tried it on a jacket. It was a bomber jacket, slightly cropped, but it had a collar. I absolutely loved it, but it was like £600-700. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to buy that, but I will spend the time to make it. So I picked up this fabric and now it is time to get that made because I keep thinking about it and I don't even know if the jacket's even out anymore. So I will be attempting to make my own. I did find a base bomber jacket pattern that was very similar to that jacket in its cropped nature. It's a grasser pattern. I'm not quite sure of the number, but I will pop it up on screen screen here so you can see. And I'm going to start with that to get the shape, and then we will modify to get all the different little pieces so it looks as close as it can to the jacket that I tried on. So that is number one. So I have some new patterns that I want to try out. I love wearing shirts, whether they're big or fitted or sheer. Shirts is usually quite a staple in my wardrobe. So I want to make some shirts out of these two fabrics here. Both of these I picked up when I was in Tokyo, Japan. This one is quite a sheer material, so make a really, really good summer shirt. And this one has like a rope stripe detail, which I really, really like. A pattern that I just recently picked up that I think would look really, really good in both those fabrics is the Just Patterns Giselle shirt. There are three versions of that shirt. One is just a normal shirt. Another one is kind of like open in the back with a little tie, and one of them has like a little cinching at the waist. So I think I can make maybe two versions of that and have some really nice shirts for the spring and summer. Next up is another Grasser pattern. I have had this in my collection for a couple of years now. I think it came up maybe 2 years ago. Is Grasser pattern 397. It is a tiered skirt dress with a kind of like corset style wavy like midsection and like a gathered front and a gathered bottom. It looks really, really nice. I saw it, I thought, oh my god, that's gorgeous, and I've not made it, but now I'm going to, because I think that would look absolutely fantastic in Italy. And I think I'm going to make it out of this really, really nice mustard linen. I think it's going to look really, really nice. So I am going to be attempting to make that, and that should be really fun to make on my new machine, see how its gathering stitches work out, hopefully very well. I recently picked up this mustard stripe linen. I actually got two of them because I thought it was such a nice fabric, very summery, very springtime, and I thought I'm absolutely going to be making a matching set with that. I think it's maybe 4 meters all together, so that should be enough to make maybe a pair of trousers and a shirt, or like a top with a pair of shorts, something like that. So I'm not entirely sure what pattern I'm going to use for this, but I did want to include it in my list because I think this fabric is really, really gorgeous, very summery. It would look really nice maybe standing in front of Lake Como. Yeah, you get it. So that is one of the outfits I'm planning on making. I also have 4 patterns that I would like to make, but I haven't quite put them to fabric yet. So the first pattern is the Butterwick 7040. This is like a tank top jersey dress with a wrap skirt that's attached. When I first saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, that's really, really nice. And then recently, and I say recently as in like maybe a week or so, I was in And Other Stories, which is a store, and they had a dress that was exactly like it. And I tried it on and I thought, you know what, that's really, really nice. But they didn't have the color that I would like. And I happen to have a lot of jersey from my recent trip to Seoul. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to make it ourselves. I might even make 2 because I have a really nice green and I have a really nice brown color, and I think it would look absolutely amazing. And I think it's also a really good spring to summer outfit and would look great in the Italian countryside, I think. There is a very cute Mirapollet dress, which is just kind of a princess seamed button-up dress. Very simple, very cute, can be made in a variety of different prints and fabrics. And Daria Pattern Making made a pattern that was very, very similar to that. So I'm absolutely going to be making myself one. I have been thinking recently that I would like a denim dress that's maybe buttoned up the front and has cinched in at the waist. And this pattern would actually work really, really well for that. And I have a lot of denim, so I think I might make that pattern with that fabric. If not, it's also a good pattern for tweed, and it's also a good pattern for linen, and I have plenty of both. So I will be having a look at all the different fabrics that I can make it with, but I think it might be denim. There's one more dress pattern which I picked up from Etsy, from Etta Patterns, which you might have seen. I have used their patterns before and I think they're pretty good, but I got the sizing wrong. I will not be getting the sizing wrong this time. This pattern is called the Aitana dress, and it is just a simple dress, but it has a kind of like tie option across the front here, which I think is really, really nice. I saw somebody on Instagram had made that dress and they looked so good in it, and I thought, you know what? I think I need one of those dresses. So we're going to try it out. Hopefully we'll get the right size and we'll be able to make this dress fit well. But I'm excited to also make that. And I think I'm going to make that out of a linen as well. And you've probably seen me make these before. In November, I made 2 pairs of pearl pants by Swim Style Patterns. It's just the pleat front, high-waisted trouser with wide leg. Really, really comfortable. I made 2. I absolutely love them. I said I would make more, and this time I'm going to make a few more in linen. I'll probably make a pair in this yellow and white stripe, and I've got some other colors as well, and I think that's going to be my go-to trouser for the summer. So another thing that I plan to delve into, and I've already spoke to you about it, is we're going to start quilting. It's a big thing. A lot of you have been saying that I'm absolutely going to be loving quilting. I'm not entirely sure, but when I went to Texas, I bought 4 quilting patterns. So I'm finally going to choose one of them, and we're just going to get stuck in. I'm still trying to decide what size I want to make it, and then I also have to decide what colors that I want to use, because you don't have to use the colors that are in the pattern, but you can change the colors out to whatever works for your decor. So I am looking and I'm planning, and that is something that I'm definitely going to be starting. It probably won't be right now. I have a bunch of clothes that I want to make first. I also have some shoes and bags that I want to make as well. It might be the summer project, making a quilt and just learning how to quilt in general. I have no idea where to start. I've quilted things, but making a quilt, an actual quilt from scratch, is completely alien to me. So I'm excited to learn something new from scratch from the beginning, and we'll see if I get completely obsessed with it and start making quilts everywhere. Another thing that you might be seeing from me over the coming months is me making a few things for homeware and furniture. As I've said before, I moved into this house 5 years ago, and only in the last year or so have we actually started decorating, and that's like painting walls and stuff like that. But now we're getting to the fun bit, which is furniture and decor. So naturally I want to have a go at making some things. So I'm going to get my DIY hat on. Just like I built this room from scratch, I'm sure I'm going to be trying to build a few other things from scratch, and I hope you'll be able to follow me on this journey, because I like making things, whether it be clothes, shoes, bags, food, and now I guess furniture. So we're going to have a crack at a few things, and I will take you guys along with me. I've got a drill, I've got a circular saw, I've got a jigsaw, I've got all sorts of tools, and I'm very excited to use them. So that's everything that's been going on, and that is everything that I plan to make over the next couple of months or so. I'm pretty sure this list will take me well into the summer, maybe to the end of summer, but at least now you have an idea of the videos that are going to be coming up. We've got some homemaking videos coming up, shoemaking videos coming up, bag making videos coming up, a trip to Italy, possibly a trip to somewhere else, but that's a bit up in the air in the moment. We've got some fabric shopping in different countries, and we've got some garment making of me trying to make some things, probably on a deadline before I actually leave the country. I'm also going to be attempting to make a quilt for the first time, with no idea how to do it. So that should be fun. I hope that you'll be here to follow along and see how I get on with everything. So thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any recommendations or places to visit in Italy, we haven't decided on all the spots in Italy yet. So if there's a particular place that you know that I would love, and there's possibly really good fabric stores there, I would love to know. Put it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post another video. I'm gonna go now, gotta get started on that massive list that I just gave you. I'll see you guys in the next video.